Welcome to Birmingham, Alabama, the Magic City today at Protective Stadium as a couple of teams look to walk away as champions of the Birmingham Bowl. While this game caps off the regular season, how that season is remembered will be impacted greatly by what happens in this game. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Kickoff team on the field, ready to start this postseason classic. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Auburn Tigers offense will get the first crack at it here. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy. He's not the most talented quarterback in the country. But when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to, around him, play well. They've got to protect him. Receivers have to make plays. The running game would be good to get going. So it's got to be a team effort because then he can really be at his best.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Frazier. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than quarterback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide. But to be able to break on those short passes and be an open field tackler like that and give up no yards and protect deep, that's a nice job by the corner.
Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Here's a rich tradition of running the football at Auburn from James Brooks, Joe Cribbs, Bo Jackson, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown. They love to find a tough running back to feed the rock.
Such great history, such great lineage of ground and pound and great athletes. And it's just a physical mindset of Auburn. And they're always that team that wants to run the football.
He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, marking at the 47.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
The give to the tailback. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Off play action. He'll take a shot. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Caught in the backfield. It's Coleman. They're setting the tone on this opening drive. 10th play coming here on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Splits the uprights. Good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute, to put themselves in field goal range, knocking through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Crimson Tide offense comes out, and now they'll go on the attack. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Fires to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
The Tigers need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Oh, and he missed it. No good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The play action fake. Caught in the backfield, it's Miller. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Wants to throw, it's Simpson. Looking left, makes the grab. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So
turning it on! Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators will tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
The option look. He'll pitch it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Great job by the back on the option.
And a great job by the quarterback, Reese, making the right read. I got to get that defense to commit to me. Now I pitch it. Running back catches it. I'll take this. I'll do the rest. But it was a great read by the quarterback.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Running game got stuffed on first down, still from their own 25 on 2nd and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Singleton. Just has a knack for hitting that move on time. He's out to the 33.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
3rd down, I got this. I'll take this myself. He makes the read quickly. He calls his number. He has confidence in himself. Goes and gets the first down.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Alston. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Coleman. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Got it in the middle, it's Frazier. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Gives it on the option. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
Going right down the boulevard. That brings them to within 1.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Motion from the wide receiver. Hands it off. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Now, I tell you, Auburn is known for playmakers on defense, and one guy who could have a massive impact on a turnaround is Keldrick Falk. David, 7 sacks a year ago, could be a top 10 pick next year.
Yeah, it's just so fun. It seems like Auburn finds these guys every single year. They've always got those guys that are fast, that are athletic, that can run, and they build their defense around them, and this is a guy that they'll do it again this year, and that's why Auburn's defense is going to be good.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Pocket breaking down. Quickly out to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Off the play fake. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Rides the back and leaves it. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Finds a man on the left. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Cuevas. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the red zone, looking for a man. Gets it out fast. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. They take a 4-point lead here in the 2nd.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Reese, talk about an entertaining first half, and always such a fun and vibrant environment there in Birmingham at the Birmingham Bowl. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's send it back to Reese and the fellas for the second half of the Birmingham Bowl.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Bringing the heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
For this defense, man, to get back into the game, we talked about it at half. They got to pressure the quarterback. They got to force some sacks, and they do it. On this first drive, they get to him. They get him on the ground. Nice job by this defense.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on first down. Oh, he wants it all. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Auburn! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And I think it's pretty clear. They went into the half and said, we're getting the ball and we're going to be aggressive. And how about the aggressive shot down the field? Play one of the second half to start it, and he goes all the way to the end zone. That is how you start a half fast.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Scanning the field, it's Simpson. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Playing the field position game as he makes the fair catch right at the 50. So here comes the Auburn offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He's in open space downfield.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Now the play fake. Caught over the middle. It's Singleton. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Looking for a gap. It's Alston. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Wants to go up top. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Ball's Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot. Oh, he's got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give from the gun. Pass to sticks and still on his feet. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. They're going to ride this running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass, it's Simpson. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Leaves it with the running back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And man, it's nice nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Rides the back on the option to give. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
On third down, going up top. Grabbed in the middle, it's Singleton. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Breaks the tackle. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense.
And the Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Simmons. Pulled down for the tackle.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the pass is incomplete. It's the final play of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying to impose their will with the run. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Crimson Tide rolling on the ground, tries to keep momentum going. They'll try to get outside. Runs through a tackle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
The short hands, it's Bernard. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Dropping back, it's Simpson. Fires to the big fella. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
It's it's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Leaves it with the back. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Bernard. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Wide receiver going in motion. The give to the back. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to fire on second down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th. He cannot get it in, a mere inches away from pay dirt. Second and goal for this offense. Pushes ahead. Touchdown, Alabama! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the 4th quarter and about to kick it away. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Running to Green. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll leave it with him. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. He lets one fly deep. Makes a catch down the right side. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
After that huge play, right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. The run from the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Gonna run it. It's Alston. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown, at least for now.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Now with a 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Auburn! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. The throw to the outside is complete, and he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. He would love to have picked up the 1st down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
And that could save the game, because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting out of bounds.
Keeps it on the draw.
Really nice run there, picking up the 1st down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Good timing on the quick out. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Love the play call in a 2-minute situation here in the 4th quarter. Out-breaking route so you can make the catch, hopefully get out of bounds, and save yourself clock.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bernard. Quick timeout called by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Hines is tight end. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Caught close to the marker, it's Williams. Stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Horton.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And now you got the one final play, right? Like this is, you've dreamed about this. You tried to put yourself in this situation. You're down a score. You got to make something happen. What's your go-to play? Who's your go-to player in this big-time situation?
To the air, it's Simpson. Going for it all. It's incomplete, and the last chance is just out of reach, and that's going to do it.